Good morning, VTM. My name is Ravi and I am your Sergeant Ram for today's meeting. We have drinking water and washroom facility backside. Please avoid using it when someone is speaking. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention basic ground rules that we follow in our meeting. Please keep your mobile phones on mute. For online members, if you are not speaking, please mute yourself and turn off your video if you are stepping out of room. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So avoid using these topics. Now I request you all to raise your right hand and repeat our club mission after me. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you, everyone. Now I will hand over the dice to our presiding officer, TM Tarun. Good morning, everyone. Warm welcome to VTM members as well as esteemed guests. I welcome you all to the 278th meeting. To begin with, again, a story. There was a kid named of Ramesh. One day he wrote something on a piece of paper and handed over it to his mother while she was preparing some breakfast, early morning breakfast for the family. The mother was curious, but she finished making up the breakfast, wiped off and dried her hands, and then read the note from the child. Looking at the note, she was very annoyed. She was like pissed off and getting angry, and she wanted to yell at her kid. But she remembered what her mother told. That there may be days when your kid may demand something from you which will make you annoyed, which will make you angry. But that is momentary. It will be there for the moment. But at that time, when that period is gone, you will again start loving him, and the bond which will remain is love. So instead of shouting back or giving back the anger, what she did, she took a pen and wrote at the back of the note and handed it back to the kid. When the kid read those things, the kid started crying. And then he also striked off everything what he had written, and then only wrote a little note on the bottom of the note that everything settled, due for the lifetime, forever, love from mother. That is how he handed over back to his mother. So now what was written on the note, if you look at from the child's perspective? We had written like, waking up early, some rupees. Cleaning up my room, some rupees. Getting the work done as per your order, so many rupees. So he had made a checklist of whatever his mother had ordered throughout the day and had given an amount that this much amount you owe to me because I obeyed your instruction. So which the mother had wrote that I took 9 months to deliver you. So whatever pain I took, free of cost. The time I took or whatever I sacrifice I did to upbring you, free of cost. Whatever breakfast or demands which I am being satisfying, free of cost. So she also made some list and gave it back, telling it free of cost. So reading that, the child literally felt that whatever actually he is doing is nothing in terms of what his mother has sacrificed from him. So on this day, I think it's Mother's Day. So that is why I wanted to convey this message to all, that nothing is comparable to what mothers give back or mothers love. With that, I welcome you all again. And we, as a formal rule of meeting, we invite guests to give their introduction, brief introduction about themselves. How did they come about to know about Toastmasters? So maybe you can come on the dais and.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Your story made my day. I'm a mother of two young daughters, and they are at Indore currently. So I really wish them on this day. My name is Chitralekha Ganekar. This is the second time I am joining this meeting. And I'm a working professional with 15 years of experience. And I look forward to joining this club very soon. Hello everyone, my name is Nikita and I've been introduced to this Toastmasters club by my husband and he gave me a brief introduction about how the Toastmasters club is happening and organized. And I used to always wonder how the activity goes on. So I told him that I want to attend this meeting as a guest, and I'm glad that I attended this meeting as a guest, and I'm hoping to be as inspired by this meeting. Thank you. Okay, so hello everyone. I am Hetvi Talati. I am an intern at ISRO. So I've been doing a personality development course with a ma'am called Meghavi Vyas, and she has been a member of this institute or VMA. And she told me to be a part of this Toastmasters club because she felt she has a personal growth with this. So she asked me to do that, and I'm very happy to be. Thank you. Good morning to everyone all present here. Myself, Dr. Anjali Thakur. I'm working as a professor at Pali University. What makes me come here is to build up my self-confidence and the communication skills because I have to face hundreds of people every day. And due to some personal issues, I have lost my confidence. So I read something good about Toastmaster on the internet, and I thought that this would be good chance for me to get my self confidence back and to excel. And thank you. I look forward to be a part of it for a longer time. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First things first, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. My name is Rao Jadhav. I'm 27 years old, and I was introduced to Toastmasters through my brother. I do not have many social skills, so I'm hoping to open up and pretty much be more social, I guess. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hiranya Brahmbhatt. I have been introduced to Toastmasters Club by my father. And me and my brother both have been part of Toastmaster Gavis Club also. We have our summer vacations going on, so our father didn't like us sitting aside idly. So yeah, he requested us to please go attend some meetings, make yourself a bit productive. That's why. Thank you.
Okay. So hello, my name is Anish Joshi. I am a student of Class 1 Humanities from New Era Senior Secondary School, and I do have a problem with public speaking. So I have come here to hone my skills about the same. And yeah, I hope it will be a great session.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Kabir Brahmbhatt, and as my sister already said, we were introduced to Toastmasters Club a while back by our father. and we were a part of the Gavels Club too, where the children host these kinds of meetings, and we were a part of the committee of that Gavels Toastmasters Club also. And so now our father, as we both have turned 18, so our father told us that you have to join Toastmasters. And I recently completed my 12th standard. Now I'll be starting my college. I'll be pursuing engineering. And yes, 2 days back only my results came out. So I've finished with my 12th standard. And I only look forward to polish my public speaking skills here and make contacts with some nice people.
Here to just
So we have good mix of young and experienced people joining. So it would be a great thing, or it would be a great group if we all have them as regular Toastmasters. With that, I will move forward to meeting. For today, we have the book of the week, which is presented by TM Kuldeep. So warm welcome to TM Kuldeep on stage to present his book.
Hello, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Kuldeep, and I will be presenting the book of the week, which is The Day of the Jackal by Frederick Forsyth. It's a very famous movie for some of the older generation, and it's a very famous book. So the thing is that my dad told me to watch the film. I said, no, I would prefer to watch something from my own generation. And I brushed it off. I went to a party, and I did what no guest should do. I saw this book on my friend's shelf, and I ended up reading it for some reason. And believe it or not, I spoke to no one, and I read a part of the book, and I was hooked. The book is about an Englishman, an English assassin, who goes up against the best defense mechanism in the world, the people defending the French President de Gaulle, when they withdrew from Algiers, France in 1960s. There were a lot of people that were disgruntled, so they wanted to assassinate the president. And to have the guts and to have the self-confidence to go up against the best in the world, knowing that it could risk your life, that is fascinating. And if you're a person that enjoys precision, conciseness, and smooth operation, this is the book that you should read. To look, this book has a dry sense of humor at certain ends, in certain parts of it, and also it also shows the famous British stiff upper lip. What is that? That is the ability to stare adversity in the face without showing any fear. This is a guy that takes calculated decisions, plans meticulously, and goes for the challenge. It was based on a true story, and he was called the Jackal. And even he was assassinated by the French authorities, but to date they never found out who he was, which is incredible. It's a testament to his expertise. So if you are looking into this book and you don't feel like reading this book, do watch the movie. And if you are into this book, then please don't hesitate to borrow it from me either. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Kuldeep, for presenting the book of the week. Now we move to our main agenda, and we have an interesting theme for today: get the confidence you want. And it is presented by none other than our experienced team mode, TM Pradeep. So please welcome TM Pradeep on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. So how many of you believe that there is a possibility of increased confidence in you for better you? Please raise your hand. And how many of you believe that there is possibility of increased confidence in you for better your family life,
for betterment of your personal life, for betterment of your professional life, for betterment of your social life? Please raise your hand. Right. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Myself, Pradeep Mane, I am playing the role of Toastmaster of the day today. And as a Toastmaster of the day today, it's my responsibility to explain the structure of the Toastmaster meeting to benefit of the guest. Toastmaster meeting is basically divided into 3 sessions. The first one is prepared speech session, in which all the prepared speakers, they present their speech as per their pathway and their level. The second session is table topic session, in which most of the members of the meeting, they get opportunity to speak on the impromptu subject, where they can organize, structure, and deliver their speech. And the third and the most important session, that is evaluation session, in which all the speakers are get evaluated by the evaluator, where they can get feedback, they can get learning, and they can implement those learning, and they can improve further. Coming to the theme of today's meeting, get the confidence you want. So we all know that confidence is very much important in every area of our life. It may be your personal, professional, health, every area of our life. It may be in public speaking also. Every area of life we need confidence. But this confidence, this is very surface level thing. Looking confidence is a very surface level thing. Beyond that confidence, it's a person, if you see any person, that person is coming on the stage and he is presenting his speech or whatever presentation he is making. Looking that person confident is a very surface level thing. Beyond that confidence, there is a programming. Suppose on the computer, when on the keyboard you press X, and on the screen of the computer, the X is gets displayed. We think that is that much easy, but it is not that much easy. When we press that keyboard, on the keyboard, the X, that X is gets converted into the binary language. The computer only understands the language of 0 and 1. There is ASCII, ASCII code gets generated. And due to the combination of that binary language, which pixel is going to display on the screen of the computer, that is decided due to that combination of 0 and 1. Right? In the same way, if the person is confident on the stage, beyond that confidence, there is particular process, there is particular structure. The confidence is having some ingredients, and we must understand the ingredients. So the first ingredient for the confident person, that is your physiology. The first ingredient, that is your physiology. What are the parameters of the physiology? Your body language, your facial expressions, your tonality, your muscle tension, your gestures, your postures. All these parameters is the parameters of the physiology. Whenever you see any person, he is confidently coming on the stage and he is presenting his speech, the first thing that person is doing, that he is using his physiology to the fullest. If you see any cricketer, if that cricketer is not performing up to mark, and that cricketer is going to his coach, the one thing that coach tells to that cricketer, let's get back to the basics. What are the basics for cricketer? The stance. You see stance of the cricketer. Whether the distance between your leg and the distance between your shoulder, that both the distance should match, so that you can move your body frequently, right? Your stance. See the angle of your body. In what way you are twisting your angle. This should be your physiology. Your neck movement and your shoulder movement, this should be aligned like that. That means you have to acquire the physiology of the confidence batsman. In the same way, if you want to become confident on the stage, the first thing that you have to understand that I have to adapt the physiology of the confident person. And in that physiology, you have to vary your voice, you have to use your physiology, you have to adapt all the parameters of your physiology. Remember one thing, confident body resides confident mind. Confident body resides confident mind. Your body and mind, they are different expressions of the same system. Your body and your mind are different expressions of the same system. So you have to use your physiology. This is the first parameter for a confident person. Whenever you are working in any profession, in singing, dancing, any profession, there is particular physiology. You have to see that physiology and adapt the physiology from there. Right? How many of you getting to sense what I am talking? Okay, thank you very much. Before going to the next point, I would like to take an opportunity to start this meeting. And there is also tag team for betterment of this meeting. And now I would like to take the opportunity to introduce the tag team for meeting. And I would like to welcome Toastmaster Nikki, the timer for today's meeting. Please explain your role. Please welcome Toastmaster Nikki. Big round of applause.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a good Sunday. Right. So this is my first role in Toastmasters, and I am looking forward to do it in a correct way possible. So I am the timer today, and I will be the timer for all the speeches, the prepared speeches, evaluation, as well as the table topics. Right. And I'll just let you know what are the timing, what are the limitation of time. So for prepared speeches, I will be giving the speakers 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. At the end of 7 minutes, I'll show the red card. And in between the green and red card, I'm going to show the yellow card. That is halfway between green and the red card. For evaluators, I'll be providing them 1 to 2 minute timing. So at the end of 1 minute, I'll show the green card. 2 to 3 minutes, sorry. Yeah, so at the end of 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At the end of 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. And in between the green and red card, I'll be showing the yellow card. Same table topic speakers will get 1 to 2 minutes to explain their thoughts on the table topic question. And at the end of 1 minute, I'm going to show the green card. At the end of 2 minutes, I'm going to show the red card. In between the red and green card, I'm going to show the yellow card. Okay, so I hope all the speakers are going to get enough time to speak. And yeah, I'm not going to hold my horses to show the cards today. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikki, for explaining your role. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Kuldeep, our counterpart for today's meeting, to explain his role. Please welcome Toastmaster Kuldeep.
Hello everyone, my name is Toastmaster Kuldeep and I am going to be your AHA counter today. So the basic role of the AHA counter is to ensure that you don't use unnecessary words, you don't use filler words, and you don't use repetitive words. Words like aha, so, you know, these are all filler words. We don't realize that we use them, but we end up using them and unconsciously, and it has an effect on our speech. If I may illustrate with an example, the use of an unnecessary word. I've asked a lot of the people that are married here, the men. I asked them, what answer do you give if your wife asks you, hey, do I look fat? And that is a loaded question, am I right? So right there, you cannot go or aha or anything of that sort. You have to give a prompt answer right there. Otherwise, there's some consequences that follow, which many of you know very well. Nikita is smiling and she knows with yes. So that is an example of a filler word. So if anything, I hope that you guys can take that back with you, and I'll be monitoring if you use them, and I'll submit my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you very much. I'd like to hand it back to our team of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuldeep, for explaining your role. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Jignesh, grammarian for today's meeting, please be on the dais. Please welcome Toastmaster Jignesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. And good morning to all fellow Toastmaster and prestigious guests. Today I am playing the role of grammarian. As a role of grammarian, I want to pay attention to all speakers' speeches as well as listening their speeches carefully and uses of English language. And after that, I will keep note of outstanding use of English language and sometimes whatever the mistakes use of the English language. Apart from that, my role to introduce a word of the day and a phrase of the day. So word of the day is remedies. So remedies is to display the exciting things happening in particular location or noisy and showing sound. So just like an example, I love the remedization of the VTM club. So in that way, you can use this word of the day and add this word in your directory and muscle memory also. And the phrase of the day is hold your horses. So this is an informal phrase. So you cannot use many times in a professional language, but in your day-to-day life you can use it. It's control. I can say that hold my horses. So I am controlling by myself. If my boss said some wrong words to me, at the same time I am controlling my. I hold my horses and I explain calmly manner. Sometimes this used in a angry way also. Some angry way also. Yes, mister, hold your horses. Mind your language. In that way, you can use it like your kids going outside and outside is very cold. So you can say, that, hold your horses, sunny outside is very cold. You might be take your jacket first. So in that way, you can use your phrase of the day, hold your horses. Apart from that, I want to share one my small story. When I was a child, our grammar teacher told this story to use of the grammar and how we are not using grammar, then what will happen. Then he said that one Hindi quote, लड़ते लड़ते शिवाजी रंग में आ गए. So at the time we were in fifth or sixth grade, so we are just translating as it is whatever in Hindi or Gujarati language. So we are using fighting, Shivaji came into color. So there is this is no meaningful. Instead of that, we might be say that during the fighting, Shivaji came into the mood. Okay, so this right use of the grammar, and if you are not using the right word, its meaning is totally changed. So hope you are enjoying the today's VTM meeting. Thank you, and hand over to TMODI.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Jignesh, for explaining your role. Now, let us move to the first session for today's meeting, that is prepared speech session. And before calling the first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Durgesh, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Kalpesh, to explain the speech details of Toastmaster Durgesh. Please welcome Toastmaster Kalpesh. Following the path leadership development, is from level 1, and the purpose of practice using vocal variety and body language. So I would like to suggest you to use this title itself. Don't stress, have a fun while doing it. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpesh. Now, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Durgesh on the stage. Toastmaster Durgesh, don't stress, have fun. Don't stress, have fun. Toastmaster Durgesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Don't stress, have fun. In our day-to-day life, we stress about so many things that we can't control. So just relax and have fun. You all might have wondering that why am I wearing this shirt? That vibe, that give vibe from the Goa, right? How many of you have visited Goa during your college days, or you have planned Goa trip with your friends? How many of you? Okay, and how many of you have executed it successfully? Wow, that's fantastic. But not the case for me. During my college days, me and my friends have decided several times we have to go to Goa in our college time, but it never get executed. But after college, we met at a cafe, and that's when we have decided that we should have to go to Goa, and this time we were formed. We have to make a plan to trip to Goa, and we have to succeed it by anyhow. So what we have did, we have just booked the flight ticket 3 months prior, before the actual trip happened. and why we did, just because every time we plan, it gets cancelled, never get executed. So we did this so that if we cancel the trip, our tickets, our money of the tickets, what we lost, and we have to pay for it. So we booked our tickets. Then after the time came when we left for the trip, and the tragedy comes in our way. In order to achieve relaxing time in Goa, we booked an AC bus. We booked an AC bus. Just we comfortably reached at airport, but it never gets happened because we missed our bus by seconds. We just entered bus station, and bus was left, and we were sad. And also at that time we were running late because we have to reach the Ahmedabad airport. So we can't wait. We can't wait for a long time. As bus is another non-AC bus came, we just took that bus, and we just took that bus and reached to the airport on time. We were like, gosh, finally we reached to the airport after so much this happened. Then, as we have completed our procedure of the airport, we came to know that your Goa flight gets delayed by 3 hours. Our excitement was here, and to this here. We were again nervous, but we find our way to make this trip a fun. So what we did, we spent our time by playing cards and splurging on expensive food, and that which led us to the compromising our stay in Goa. And finally, we have landed in Goa. We forgot all the hassles we faced during our journey to reach to the Goa, and we were very excited. On that trip that was planned for 3 days, but very first day, we planned that we will explore the Goa from north to south, and on the other day, we plan for shopping. We go Panjim to buy some dry fruits and nuts. And on the third day, that was my most favorite day before the trip has started, because that third day we had planned to do some water sports activity, and we did scuba diving at that time. That was the first ever experience I had during that trip. At first, I was stressed. I was totally stressed and get nervous. But to our surprise, our scuba diver instructor was so good in his job that he instructed us that what you have to follow that steps during your dive. So that he said some gestures like this, that is okay. My oxygen levels are good. It indicates that. Thumbs up, which means that you are perfectly fine. You can good to go. And thumbs down, which means I'm not all right. You then scuba diver taking me to the surface. Okay, then dive started, and I could see the water creatures. That was new to me, and that marine life, that was so mesmerizing for me too. But at the same time, I stressed for that activity,
But then I request you, sir, this is my scuba diving experience activity. I was holding a rock, and then scuba diver is taking my pictures. I was at that time I was very nervous, and my dive was completed. After that, in conclusion, I concluded that during this speech I learned that we don't have to stress of the uncertain activities. Rather than we have to have fun and chill, and you have to face that situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Durgesh, for that wonderful message. Now, before moving to the second speaker, Toastmaster Bhushan, I would like to invite Toastmaster Gitanjali, evaluator for Toastmaster Bhushan. Please explain the speech details of Toastmaster Bhushan. Please, over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali, ma'am.
First of all, I want to know I am audible and visible.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pradeep. Greetings to each one of you. Toastmaster Bhushan, today you are my target speaker. Today you will present your Label 1 Project 4 speech. The name of your project is Evaluation and Feedback. It will be your first speech of this project. The purpose of this project for you is to present a well-organized speech on any topic and receive feedback from the evaluator and apply those feedbacks in your next speech. Timer, please note, his allotted timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech title is SOS. The name of your project, the path is Strategic Relationship. All the best, Toastmaster Bhushan. Present your best. Thanks, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali, ma'am. Now I would like to welcome Toastmaster Bhushan. Please be on the dais. Please welcome Toastmaster Bhushan. Toastmaster Bhushan, SOS, Toastmaster Bhushan.
Good morning, Toastmasters and fellow guests. So today I have a question that is very common. What is the world's biggest problem? Today's world's biggest problem. What do you think? Any other guess? Okay, it is only climate change. I was expecting the same answer, but it is the climate change. When I put that, what answer I get from the Google, I just put on the Google bar, what is today's problem? The world's biggest problem. The answer is climate change. Now, you know all the frog story that we know. One of the scientists kept one frog inside a pot. He boiled the pot. The temperature of the water rose gradually, and the frog did not jump out of the pot. When the temperature of the pot was rising, the water temperature was rising, the frog was inside the pot only. After the temperature rose to the level where the frog cannot bear, it died. I don't know whether the story is true or false. The content is more relevant to us. That was the frog. Maybe as a human being, we have a brain. We think that we are the great intellectuals life form on the earth. The frog was not intellectual. He did not have the option to turn down that heating burner so that he can survive there. He has only one option to jump out of the pot, and he did not choose that. Now consider human being, we are in the pot, and anthropogenic activities by which greenhouse gases are getting emitted, causing the rise of the temperature. We are all in that pot together. Here, what we should do, whether we should keep calm, that we will not do nothing, we'll just bear that temperature and we'll be there, or we should jump out of that vessel, or we should do something which will turn down the heat. We think that we have a brain, we are intellectual. Today's scenario does not reciprocate the thinking that we say when we are in the forum, we are in the group. We discuss these things on the stage where we preach about these things. That is the thing we say. But in actual, that is not happening. So what are the anthropogenic activities which is causing this heating environment? That are greenhouse gases. We all have learned what is the greenhouse gases, what is greenhouse gas effect is, what it is causing. Basically, it is a CO2 emissions. Then if the gas is different, we measure it with CO2 equivalent. Like for example, there's a methane. Methane is more potent than carbon dioxide. Now, how much potent it is? It is 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide. So when 1 kg of methane is emitted into the atmosphere, it can trap 25 times heat into the atmosphere. So that much potent it is. 2015 Paris Agreement, wherein a lot of brainstorming happened between 196 countries, and around 97% of countries agreed that we will pledge something by which we will reduce the temperature. We will reduce the temperature to the level of 1960s, 1916 to 80, where there is a benchmark. That is the average temperature we have thought of. And in 2017, we have rose average temperature by 1 degree. And maybe by 2040, we are going to reach maybe 2.2 degree, I think. And we are trying to limit it by 1.5 degree. Last month, I don't know how many of you have heard the rains which happened into the Maharashtra. It was a catastrophic. That we don't know where it will rain. Sometimes it was in the south of Maharashtra. Sometimes it was the west of Maharashtra, east of Maharashtra, everywhere. It was not a season of, it is not a rainy season, but still it rained. There was a hailstorm, a lot of disasters happened. People also died. So this is the effect when it is only 1.2 degree. Today we are at 1.2 degree above the base level temperature. So we can think over that when we reach 1.5 degree in 2050, what it will be. And that is when we are saying that we will pledge, will oblige, we will follow the greenhouse gas reduction, decarbonization for ourselves. From 1980s to 2015, there are a lot of conferences happened, agreements happened, but nothing has come as a conclusive wherein it takes us to the level wherein we limit our temperatures. Now, when we say that, we always point out greenhouse gas emissions towards the industry. What happens? Okay, it is the industry that is causing it. It is deforestation which is causing it. And that is true. But as a household, how much we are contributing? One of the studies says that together household contributes 27%, and we have a opportunity to at least cut down by 50%. How we do it? We can do it by reducing our water consumption, reducing electricity, just to make it sure when we are consuming the water, it is not that we are consuming water. At upstream of the water, there is a process which consumes the electricity, which needs the chemicals to purify the water. And that chain goes back to the everything, means even the chemicals which are brought into the water treatment plant. They have to be mined, they have to process. So it is a long chain. So whatever you are saving, it has the cumulative effect on the chain. So if you start saving a particular household, it can have the longer and some effect on this. And not only this, when we say that we have to contribute, it is something, make ourselves aware, pass on the message to different teams. Because in the space, when Earth moves toward in the space, it is our ship. And we have not another ship where we can jump it out. So preserve this ship and pass on the message. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhushan, for that informative speech. Now, let us move to the third speaker. But before calling him on the stage, I would like to call Toastmaster Sanchita, one of the best evaluator of VTM Club, to explain the speech details of Toastmaster Yogesh. Toastmaster, it's over to you, Toastmaster Sanchita.
Thank you, dear Modi. Could you please confirm I am visible and audible?
Yes.
Thank you. My target speaker today, Toastmaster Yogesh, is going to give his second speech from Distinguished Toastmaster. This is an amazing feat. I'm evaluating such a project for the first time. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his skills as a leader and a public speaker, to share some aspect of his experience of completing the project. The title of the speech is Speak with Confidence. Timer, please note the time is 8 to 10 minutes. You show a green card at 8 minutes, yellow card at 9 minutes, and a red card at 10 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Yogesh, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchita. Now, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Yogesh beyond the dais. I would like to request you one thing. Please repeat your title with full of confidence. His title is Speak with Confidence. Please repeat it. Speak with confidence. Thank you. Speak with confidence, Toastmaster Yogesh. Toastmaster Yogesh, speak with confidence.
Just to check whether I'm audible and visible. Whether I'm audible and visible, Sanchita? Yeah, thanks.
Yes, you are.
Thanks. Good morning, everybody. Like my evaluator said, today I'm going to attend my second speech from my DTM series, which will be the final speech after completing a project for Distinguished Toastmasters project. This is a very prestigious project to be done, and the journey for completing or even selecting a project is very tedious. It gives you immense learning, and it changes the way you think in spite of you doing all other things in your life, which makes you feel that you are well capable of delivering this project. Today, I will be sharing some aspects of my journey so that you will also understand what it takes to become a DTM or a DTM project. To start with, let me go back to August 2022. This was the month when I decided to start with my DTM project. I was just selected as a district officer, and DTM project was pending for a very long time. So I decided, let's start with it in parallel so I can complete it, which will help me in getting that DTM status, a coveted one. Although I was excited to start with a DTM project, I was nowhere near in knowing what exactly I have to do, what project I have to do, and how I will accomplish it. I just need to know what exactly to be done. I started thinking, what can I do it? The first thing came in my mind, let's select a project which is small, simple, easily doable, deliver it, tick it, done. So I started making a list of it. What can be done? Most of my DTM friends or my mentors, not my actual mentors, I consider the other people as my mentors, give me an idea. You could be an editor-in-chief for a magazine for a district, division, or your office magazine, and you could become a DTM. Yes, that could be one of the projects. List of the work. What I have to do it? Somebody will write an article, give it to me, I will evaluate it. List project number one. Second project, what I can do? Giving speeches. Let's do a series of speeches. Let's try to encapsulate into a golden theme, saying that speak with confidence, motivation speeches, make it a series of 5 speeches, give it in a club or the other club, done. Tick. Like that, I made a list of 9 different projects, which I was aspired to do it. But, and every DTM project requires a panel of mentors. Not one, but minimum 2, maximum 3. I did have them. They were mentoring me for last 6 years of my Toastmaster journey. Excitedly, I gave this entire list to them. I told them I want to start my DTM project. This is a list of the projects. You select which I should do it, and I will do. They go through it, and then they simply wrote me back. Throw all these things into a bin and start again. They said in a more crude way. This is going to be a DTM project. This is the point where you will apply your all learning And this is the point where you can give it back to the society, at least the Toastmaster society. Don't select something just to make a tick. Your project seems to be that way. And if you really want to do that, don't consider us as your mentors at least. Now that was a shocking result. That was something which started a thought process a different way. What should I say? Now, from the point where I was discussing or thinking that I will do few things, take it, close, I jumped to another level, another extreme. Let's do something which is too big. Let's do something which will impact everyone. But again, the question still remains the same. What? What can be done for that? Then I started deliberating with them, discussing with them that what can be done. And my one of the mentor, Toastmaster or DTM Nazir, he is well known in the Toastmaster side, tell me exactly the same thing. Hold your horses. Don't think this as a project. Don't think this as one of the criteria for your DTM. Think that you had some passion which you were not able to do it. Try to make that your project. It will be two-way benefit. It will complete your project, and also you might be able to achieve something which you were not able to achieve for a long time. And then I started thinking, what can I do it? Then in one of the discussions, my mentor said, why don't you write? I'm following your blogs. You write well. You speak also well. Why don't you combine it and write? Why don't you write a series? Or why don't you write a book? Don't make it big, make it small, but write something which will help others, which others may read and get it motivated. They get some pointers. Yes. And then my project got book. I will write a book. In August, we started this discussion. By end of September, we narrow it down with the project, book writing. And then again, the question comes, what? What to write? Then it started a second phase of my part, which is writing a book is a project, but on what I will write it? I'm a technologist. Should I write on technology? Should I write on some programming language? Because that will be more easier for me to write. Or should I write on something completely different, like a storybook, where I can narrate the story and you can read it? Again, the discussion started with my mentor that on what topic should I write? And he said, do one thing. Why don't you write on simple things like public speaking? You're doing a Toastmastering for 6 years. You have been a part of different speakathons, different speak series as a keynote speakers everywhere. You are attempting your DTM projects to prove that you are one of the good speakers. Why don't you write on that experience, which will help others to become a better speaker? Yes. So we decided, let's try it on the public speaking. But still the question comes, what to write? Book decided, topic decided, team decided, but what to write? So they said, go ahead, write one chapter, come back, then we will review it, and then we will decide what exactly can be done it. Let's do it that way. Excellently again, I took 15 days, wrote one chapter in detail, with stories, with points, with examples, mailed it to them. They are not in India, that's why I'm mailing it to them. Then I had a Zoom call. And again, the DTM Nazir said the same thing which he told me in August. Hold your horses. You are about to become an author. You are not an author. So don't write something which you don't want to write something. If you have written a story, the story may be relatable to you, may not be relatable to everyone. And most importantly, it's a very good story. What's the outcome? Nothing. What will the reader will know? Do you want to write a storybook under a theme of public speaking? If not, then what you want to do? And again, normally we went back to the whiteboard. Again, deciding what has to be done. And I remember, I am taking too much stress. It's not fun. Let's go back and think like I used to think in school. The most common thing, before the exam, what we used to always think? Where I will get a guide. If I get a guide, I remember still in my days, it was a known guide. You had a question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. Go through it, go to the exam, crack it, done. Why don't we write it the same way? Instead of writing stories, aspirational things, motivational things, right to the point. This is the key ingredient of your public speaking. These are the things you need to remember. Done. Because public speaking can be developed by speaking, not by reading. So in a book,
it shouldn't be to target to improve his public speaking, but to give him the content which will help him to improve his public speaking. So our narrow down was very clear. Write down like a guide with the pointers, with the steps, so that they understand what exactly has to be done. That's all. Then we started writing up. We prepared a table of content, prepared speeches, of course. Most of the things are like a prepared speeches. Then my mentor said, no, make another section, make it for the impromptu speaking also, because the ingredients are slightly different there. So we had two sections in the book, prepared and created. Then we wrote a content, a table of content, what should be included in it. And then one by one, based on the content, taking time, we started writing it down. What are the necessities or points to be consideration when we are pointing this? For an example, body language, what should we consider there? In this way, after a huge effort, in February, we could complete our first draft. Once the draft was completed, it was given to my mentors. They reviewed it. Again, we changed it. We fine-tuned it. And then comes the biggest part, formatting. If writing a book is difficult, try formatting. It's more difficult. After a huge put-in effort of all these things, in April 2023, finally, I completed my VTM project of writing a book named Speak with Confidence and publish it on Amazon. As of today, the book is available on Amazon in Kindle and print version. Fortunately for me, at least I have sold it in 3 digits. I don't aim to be an #1 author or something, but at least 3 digits, which given me in confidence that what I was trying to do was something good. And I hope you people read it, give me the reviews, become my mentors, so I can fine-tune it, and it will not only help me, but you and everyone else. So the bottom line is, with confidence, take a good project, put in your passion, and you will deliver something. Thank you. Over to you.
I would like to request you all, please give standing ovation for Toastmaster Yogesh. Well done, Toastmaster Yogesh. Please have. So this is the end of our first session, that is prepared speech session. And now I would like to request the Zoom master, please initiate the poll for the timer. I would like to request timer to explain the time details of all speakers.
For prepared speeches, all the speakers are qualified. TM Durgesh took 7 minutes and 27 seconds. TM Bhushan took 7 minutes and 7 seconds. And TM Yogesh took 10 minutes and 23 seconds. So all of them are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikki. Zoom master, please initiate the poll for this. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the end of the first session, that is prepared speech session. Now, before starting the second session, that is table topic session, let me bring my theme once again, get the confidence you want. And the first point that I have explained to you, that is physiology. So what is the second point? And the second point is coming from whatever things that told by Toastmaster Yogesh, that is he is able to do all things with confidence because he have clarity of focus, where to focus. All we need to know that whenever we want to create confidence in us, we must have the clarity where to focus, whether we have to focus on the solution or whether we have to focus on the problem, whether we are focusing on the learning or whether you are focusing on the blaming. The moment you shift your focus on solution, learning, improvement, opportunities, recommendations, you will go in confidence step. If you see any singer, he is singing and he is coming on the stage and that singer is singing in front of you, that singer never afraid about the rejection. If you, I will explain you this with an example. Suppose I am doing the role of a singer. If you see how singer sings, हर जख्म दिल का तुझे दिल से दुआ दे हर जख्म दिल का तुझे, दिल से दुआ दे खुशियाँ तुझे गम सारे मुझको खुदा दे, तुझको भुला ना पाया मेरी बेबसी है तू, मेरी जिंदगी है तू, मेरी हर खुशी है, तू ही मेरी पहली चाहत, तू ही आखिरी है, तू मेरी जिंदगी है. You see, if you see, if you see the singer, where is his focus? Where is his focus? His focus on facial expressions, his focus on the clarity, which words that I have to speak. His focus on his neck, how he tilts his neck so that the quality voice is coming out of his mouth. मेरी जिंदगी है. Are you getting this? So that best out of him will come out of it. Your focus determines whether you will do the things with confidence or without confidence. So your focus must be on learning, opportunities, improvements, recommendations, and nurturing your skills. Extracting potential from within, right? So let us move to the second session, that is table topic session. And for that purpose, I would like to call Toastmaster Dhruv. Please be on the dais. Please welcome Toastmaster Dhruv.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I am the table topic master for today's session. The razzmatazz of Toastmasters is always the table topic section. It is always filled with fun, excitement, fear, impromptu thinking, quick decision making, and many more. Today, the table topic session is all about the summer season. Summer, some love it, some hate it, but in India, it's reality. We all have to face it. So, for the benefit of the guests, each of the speakers have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute and for a maximum of 2 minutes. The timing will be timed by Toastmaster Nikki. I will urge each one of the table topic speakers to hold your horses and not start immediately. Listen to the question, think for 15 seconds, and then start your answer. So let's start with the session. I will start first with some members who have not taken role today. Toastmaster Jyoti, you can please come on the stage. Describe joy of summer vacations from your childhood days. Joy of summer vacations from your childhood days.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Namaste. This topic is very relatable, and the childhood memories is always like Mama ke ghar. Whenever you used to have vacation, you used to go to Nani's place. Unfortunately, my nanny was not. I mean, she passed away before my birth, so I didn't have that pleasure of enjoying that all Nani's love which my daughter is having. So I always miss that. But all this going to your relatives' place, enjoying your holidays, eating mangoes especially, and giving time to your siblings, fighting with each other. I used to fight a lot with my sister. My brother was 10 years old. He's 10 years old, and so I'm a dominating sister there. I didn't have the privilege to fight with him. So that memories I have in my mind. And my sister is very kind. So it's always, I was the one who initiated the fighting, who initiated the, make trouble for her. But that was sweet memories. And still she is like that. She's very kind. I create the problem. She solved the problem. And this is the memories from my childhood to till the age. And I love my siblings. And that's the best memories of summer vacations. Even cousins also. We cousins used to meet at the one place. We used to eat a lot together. We used to fight a lot. And then we used to discuss the plans. There's some secrets also. And I used to be one. The people were having a very good faith on me since my childhood. They used to share the secrets, and I didn't share with anyone. So that was the memory. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving this topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti, for sharing your childhood memories with us. Now, from the guest, I think we start from the youngest guest today. Anyone? Then you can come, please come. Please repeat your name. The question for today is, when you hear someone, name the list of food or drinks that come to your mind.
Okay. So, as ma'am also shared, especially as a child, we also have a lot of fond memories of our summer vacations. And as I said, that I recently completed my 12th standard, and I can say that currently I'm having my summer vacations. So, me along with a few of my friends, we generally used to, after our tuitions, we used to just hang out, and we used to have food like cool drinks mostly, and we used to get mangoes from some of my friends' houses and have them. Especially with mangoes, we have a very fond memory that we have a huge mango tree in our society, and we used to climb that and get mangoes from that and eat them right on the spot. And we have sustained a lot of injuries also due to that. But that is again a very fond activity of our summer vacations. So
Any volunteer guests? Those, especially one who came here for the first time as a guest. Please. After that, you can come. Wow. Sorry. Wow. What do you love about summer? Even if you hate it, just tell me, what do you love about summer?
Okay, so there's not much to actually love about summer. Honestly, the heat kills you. I die every day. And spending time indoors is not as much fun as it sounds. You know, there's only so much time you can spend under a roof with the same people. Going out is not an option. The dust gets in your face, but there are parts of it to love. I mean, you can spend nights. It's actually pleasant to sit out at night if you put on Odomos and ignore mosquitoes. I've gotten dengue because of this, so I speak from experience. Otherwise, late nights, riding around with your friends with the windows open, sitting on a bridge with the wind. There's a lot to love about summer for the people who like summer. I am not one of those. I've tried to love summer. Actually, most of my friends love summer, but it's hard. I mean, I die, literally. And also, it's just, summer is those kinds of places where it's only finite. You can only do certain things in summer that you cannot do in most other seasons. India's weather is mostly hot, cold, or rainy. So summer it's the middle weather. I mean, there's not much to hate about it, but there's not much to love about it either. My most appealing part of summer is the friendships you make. You bond through suffering, and in summer, everyone suffers. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please come. What if there is a power cut at your house in summer for the whole night? What ideas would come in your mind by the whole night?
Okay, well, once again, good morning to all of you. If you talk about power cut, it is becoming very usual nowadays. as sir mentioned about climate change, so it is one of the key factors which is leading to power cuts. So if I talk about power cut, I can go for a candlelight dinner. I can plan some activity out with my friends, like playing cards, like having Ludo and all those things. Power cuts also, we can cherish some good moments with the, neighbors, because generally in this time, we don't have any time to talk with our neighbors. Because every time we have mobile in our phones, we're on Instagram. We do follow our neighbor on Instagram, but we don't talk with them on the daily basis. We know about their lives through Instagram or through Facebook, right? I'm sitting next to you, right? I don't know about you, but if I'm following you on Instagram, it is a very, very, good deal right now. So power cuts, yes, can improve our, bonding. Power cuts can have a good memory, and for couples, they can enjoy their night. Thank you.
Thank you for giving such beautiful ideas. So helpful to many of us. Now, member, so create or look at anyone. Please come. Imagine what would happen. The weather department suddenly announced it. We will have a snowfall in Vadodara from tomorrow.
Wow, this is a blessing for all of us. I think this is the one of the greatest news nowadays, because we all are suffering from extreme hot weather, and specifically for me, I will enjoy the snowfall definitely, and for my happiness, I will say my son, who is 12 years old, he is literally crazy about it. So I'll be more than happy because we will have snowfall in Baroda, so that I can play. My son can enjoy, and because of his enjoyment, I feel happy. Another part, I know we have around 3, 4, or 5 lakhs population in Baroda, and maybe 60, 70, 80% people would not have an experience to feel that snowfall. Those who visited the Kashmir and north side of the India, certainly they will have. That is also very limited. Or those who are abroad, they will have an opportunity to enjoy. So all the rest of the people, I think we all have only one life to have enjoy everything. So that snowfall makes tick mark to have that experience in our life. So this is such a blessing, and let's cross the finger. It should happen. It will be happen. Thank you very much.
Point to be added. All the Gola wala shop will also get closed instantly. Guest, please come. Which are the destinations that come to your mind to enjoy this summer vacation?
So personally, my family is from Maharashtra. I have been brought up here, but the relatives, the rest of my relatives, they live in Maharashtra. So it used to happen that I used to go to Maharashtra, which is a lot cooler in the summer season, especially in the Konkan region where my great grandmother used to live. So we have a house there, and there was also mango tree there. So we used to hit the mangoes with stone and try to get them and eat it right there. Locations like in Maharashtra, I like to travel. Also, when I think of summer, I think that it should be a cool. There should be somewhere where it's cooler than that in Gujarat, because in Gujarat everything is an extreme. Cold is extreme, monsoon is extreme, and summer is extreme. So I want to go somewhere like in the north region, maybe to travel, maybe to relax. That's all. Thank you.
Please connect with any one of the online guests. Yes, Narayan, are you audible?
Yeah, am I visible?
You're visible and audible. A question for you.
Yeah.
As a citizen of India, what are the steps that we can take to reduce this increasing heat in summer and make it more bearable?
Yeah. Good morning, all. It was nice watching this session for the first time here. So coming back to your question, as a citizen, we can suppose for example, simple thing. I'm using RO machine at my home. So whatever drain water is coming, I'm using it for plants, watering the plant. So in that way, we have to reduce the wastage of water and electricity and reduce the load on electricity so that this overall consumption for coal and other natural resources can come down. So, so this is what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Last question. Without technology, then I must find any question. Imagine you are a superhero with power. What would your power be? How would you use it to make summer more enjoyable?
Okay, tricky question. I am a Superman. Do you believe that? My brother. Okay, so definitely not in a way to make a person in a more fun way, but if we see today people are more suffering with mental health and any of those conditions. So if I would like a superpower, then it will definitely to be heal people in a good way. So obviously healing them will make them happy and make them a more fun person. So yeah, I don't have much to say on this job. Sorry? Add a little bit. Yeah, also in this summer, I would like to have a superpower that I can, make snowfall happen anytime if I want. I am definitely not a summer person, not at all. Just like Mr. Master Rao, I cannot bear heat. And my parents definitely believe that I am from another habitat because the AC temperature is 26 degrees and they start shivering and I start sweating. So I went to Kashmir in December and it felt like I'm home. I was so comfortable. Thank you.
We take one more question or last question. Any engineers? Yes, member. If you could design a high-tech gadget, especially for enjoying summer in India, what features would it have? How would it enhance the gadget which you can?
Okay, hello everyone. Hi again. So I'm a mechanical engineer. So I can do that. I can actually think about doing it. So how about making it like a machine which can be fitted outside for those people who are traveling on cycles or they do not have AC at their home. So we can put fans on cycles or something that can provide them with some cool air when they're traveling on the road. Because I've seen people in cars who are traveling very comfortably and they're horning the cycle people. Like, dude, you are in AC and they are on torch of sunlight. So just be kind to them. The first of the device can be to provide some air circulation to the people who are in cycles. Second can be a machine to provide chilling water for those who are traveling outside. Then one of that for the home, as she said that I guess Ananya, I guess Kiranya, so sorry. So she said about the temperature that you are not able in house. You have some extreme people. Some don't want a good temperature, like chilling, and some want a very normal temperature. So a device can be for those people who are much comfortable in lesser temperature. And yeah, that's all I cannot think very instantaneously, I guess. Thank you so much.
Thank you to the speakers for the participation. My idea was to create some positive vibes because we can't, even if we love it or hate it, in reality we have to face it. And now I would like to call the timer for giving a timely report.
Okay, so I just feel that the guests or Toastmasters are not qualified for this table topic now. Guest Anish and guest Narayan took less than 1 minute. So they are disqualified for this round. All the other members are qualified. Thank you.
Thank you, Timing. Now I would like to call the Toastmaster Sarika as the general evaluator for today's meeting. Please, with a loud use of applause, please follow on your Sarika.
Good afternoon, everyone here. So I am a general evaluator. Even though I think that I'm not enough capable to evaluate because still I'm in a zone to polish my own self. Then also I'm trying my best to give the feedback to others. So I would like to call first evaluator Gitanjali ma'am, Kalpesh. Team Kalpesh to come and evaluate the speaker, prepared speaker, Mr. Jodesh.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Durgesh for completing his speech. And being a scientist, I would like to quantify his speech, like rate his speech like 4.5 out of 5. And I will explain the reason why I'm reacting this. There are so many good parts in your speech. The first of all, you started with the question. The questions makes people, engage. Initiate your conversation with the question will always helpful. The second thing, you talk about your clothing, which is appropriate with your topic because you went to Goa with a similar kind of fancy clothing. The third thing is about the gesture. So gesture as the unintentional hand movement, and I can see that your hand movement are like upward palm is always pressing, and that's where you complete your speech. The next part is the eye contact. You can see that your eye contact is from the corner of this room to this corner of this room. The body moment was also when the time you are sad, it was still by your voice that you have the low tone of your voice, and that's the good thing in that speech. The wall speech is about your personal story, your trip to Goa, and that's the way of you impact, and that is the way the person gets connected with your experience of Goa. The only way you can make from 4.5 to 5 is some improvement, and that improvements are the two things. The one thing I can see that you are confined in these 4 styles. So you can decrease the space between you and the audience, come forward little bit, go back, and again come forward. That's the way you can use the stage completely. And the third thing is, I can see some humbleness when you speak. So you need little more practice when you are going to deliver a prepared speech. With this, I would like to hand over to the Dylan.
I would like to call Mr. Kalpesh once again. Please As a kid, always got a star or a smiley on their hand, and they feel very great when teacher gives them, right? And they automatically motivate them to go do something better next time. So I also tried this for our grown-ups also, because still we have a child in ourselves. So I would like to give this to Mr. Kalpesh, and it will help me also to take care of my time also, because whatever I want to say about him, I've already written there. I hope he will like that. And very nicely evaluated Mr. Durgesh. The thing I love about it, that he satisfied the sweet but so nicely that afterwards, when he gave the 2 tips for the feedback, definitely he will full of his confidence, and then he is enough confident to take a next step to polish himself. Thank you. So next, I would like to call CM Gitanjali ma'am to give the feedback, evaluate Ms. CM Bhushan.
First of all, please confirm that I am audible and visible. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Thank you, Ji. Again, my soulful greetings to each one of you. Toastmaster Bhushan, first of all, my heartfelt congratulations to you for presenting such an authentic and wonderful speech. Your presentation, SOS, contains great in-depth meaning. Through your speech, you talked about greenhouse effect, rising temperature, global warming, climate change, etc., which are the burning issues of today's scenario. Now, few positive points of your speech. Your presentation was simply marvelous because the content which you have presented, everyone liked that contains. Your language, your spoken language was very simple and clear, thus everyone took great interest in your speech. Your speech contains all the 3 parts of your speech, and you link them very authentically in your speech. You were quite comfortable with the audience during your presentation and engaged them with highly compelling and constructive content. Your tonal quality was very good. Many takeaways were there in your speech. According to me, you were a good speaker, but I wish to make you an excellent speaker, thus I have few recommendations for you. Throughout your presentation, you remain static in one place. To make your speech more effective and impressive, please try to use stage area in the fullest manner, and this will create good rapport with the audience. Though you have good tonal quality, but you could not use it as a tool. Thirdly, let your body may talk with your speech. I think you need to do hard work in voice modulation, eye contact, and physical gesture. At last, I want to say your speech does not contain razzmatazz of 5-star hotel menu, but it had all the nutrients of sattvic food, which is beneficial for our body and mind. You had presented your ideas and thoughts in a very calm and composed manner, as if you managed to hold your horses successfully. I believe one day you will prove yourself as one of the extraordinary speakers of our club. All the best, TM Bhushan. Thanks, and over to you, G. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Gitanjali ma'am's contagious positive spirit always lifts all of us. So why it's not going to help our own speaker? she very precisely, she mentioned all the good thing about her speaker and how to motivate her speaker, how to go polish him. And next, I would like to call TM Sanchita to please come and evaluate her speaker, Mr. TM Yogesh.
Thank you, Ji. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. If you want to understand this, then watch this speech by TM Yogesh today. Greetings to fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, especially my target speaker about to be distinguished Toastmaster Yogesh. Congratulations for a brilliant speech. It had a good beginning, a body, and a conclusion. It was a well-organized speech. The title of the speech, Speak with Confidence. This kind of title at this level is simply hitting the nail at the right spot. We all want to understand what it takes to speak effectively. And this speech was just the right path. Most of us don't know about what is the route to become a distinguished Toastmasters Club. You also went through that same experience. You shared your personal experience. What all did you do? What all? You created a list of 9 projects which were ultimately shelved, and you had to find a project which would speak more about you. How you went through about getting data, how you went through about writing a book, and then how you went ahead and got it published. This entire experience of writing a project for Distinguished Toastmaster and at the same time writing your own experience simply was reflected in your speech. You did not use any notes. It simply shows it was your personal experience and you were well prepared for it. That was brilliant. Every speech can be taken to the next level. I have 2 suggestions for you. The first one, use a little more voice modulation. I prepared a list of 9 projects and the panel said, keep it aside. The more you use voice modulation, the more you get your audience interested in your speech. The second one, try to get a screenshot of that book which you got published. That would have been a brilliant conclusion. You maintained eye contact with everyone. You used your hands very nicely. Do this, complete a checklist, and done your work. You also covered the stage nicely when you mentioned you started your project in 2020 and then you went to one corner of the stage, slowly moved to the center, went to the other corner, and finally at the conclusion you came to the center. That was nicely using the stage. To summarize, beautiful speech, excellent content, good delivery, nicely covered the stage. Just keep the suggestions in mind and it will be a brilliant speech. You are already a role model speaker for our club and want to see you becoming the distinguished Toastmaster. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Sanchita. I'm a big fan of her because I have always watched her on the screen and I always get the idea how can be someone so powerful even though on the screen. So what a power she was having when she was using this dice. So she is a motivation for me also to give the evaluation, a powerful evaluation like this. So I don't think that I'm on that level to evaluate her, but then also very nicely she evaluates her speaker. And it is about all the evaluator over here who are today and who were the last time. They evaluate the people, the TMs, all the TMs, in the way that they get self-motivated to polish themselves rather than giving them the feedback that you are lacking somewhere. They motivate them more so that you are with some more power. So I like that thing about this Toastmaster Club. Next, I would like to call our table topic speaker, once again, my favorite, TM Sakshi. Please come and share your revelation. Okay, done. Sorry. So I would like to call TM Nikki. Please come and tell who are qualified. Okay, so all the evaluators are qualified. Evaluator TM Kalpesh took 2 minutes and 37 seconds. TM Gitanjali took 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and TM Sanchita took 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So all of them are qualified. Thank you, TM Nikki. And as I said, she did her job very nicely. And for me, the feedback for her that for me, whatever I feel about her, I've written here. She's very cute and she's very cute and with very powerful and positive physiology as our Toastmaster of the day today said that this is the first step to be a confident personality. So it's you. And next, I would like to call Sakshi. Please come and share your views on the table topic. Thank you, Jean, Toastmaster Sarita. Good afternoon to each one of you. First, I would like to take this moment to appreciate Toastmaster Dhruv that you have conducted this session with the great razzmatazz by bringing the topics that everyone can relate with and engaging the audience. Moving to the evaluation, I was sitting on the edge of my seat listening to the speakers. They have brought an amazing sense of humor and insight. It was really commendable. But before evaluating one by one, I'll come up with the one generalized comment that please hand the table topic master. Read them first, read the audience present because it is a basic courtesy when you come over here and it also creates a good impression of you. Okay, I'm moving to the evaluation one by one. So first we had the speaker Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti came with the personal anecdote and there was a clear ending when she was delivering her speech. Though there were few grammatical errors, I won't step into the shoes of grammarian. They will give them, and their hand gestures were well coordinated, and it seems that everybody was connected with you. So kudos to you. Next, we had guest Kabir. They also came up with the personal anecdote, but somehow they had the folded hands when they were delivering their speeches. So it shows that you have a lack of confidence and otherwise they use good words in between the speech. Apology that I just heard one sustained. Otherwise there were numerous good words they carried in their speech. And guess throughout the speech you were cacophonous. Maybe you were talking about the facts of the summer and then why Mercury is touching 50 degrees. So that was one of the reasons that you had a poker face in during your speech, but otherwise you talk about the realities to sensitize each one present here. And Dr. Anjali, first of all, I would like to acknowledge that you greeted everyone. So that was the best part of you. And though it was an irritating topic given to you by Toastmaster Dhruv, but still you cited with very good ideas that how we can amuse everyone that through your activities, your hands were well coordinated, and it seems you were enthusiastic throughout, that you were comfortable with your topic. So kudos to you once again. And Toastmaster Nikhil, you had a confident stance throughout. Your speech was well organized, though you had some clutch words, so I know, and the grammatical errors. Otherwise, everybody was enjoying your speech. And guest Anish, you were poised with the sharing, since you were sharing the personal anecdote, and you were also looking at the ceiling. So you were trying to avoid the eye contact. So don't do that from the next time, I believe. And guest Narayan, you also acknowledge everyone by, and you also cited examples to sensitize. Everyone wanted to hear you, and since you intrigued everyone by your beginning, but it seems that you couldn't build up the impact, and time you taken was less than 1 minute. Guest Hiranya, you started with the tricky question that was a negation from your end, so that loses the interest of everyone, and your hands were at your back. So that shows that you were casual throughout. And but otherwise, you started with the impact and gave the factual examples to intrigue the audience. And guess, Happy, you had a confident stance throughout, and you came up with the voice modulation. So that was the good part from your end. You also used some clutch words, but and you also used good words as well. So that's all from my side. And with this, I hand over to the G. Thank you, TM Sakshi. Your perspective and your unique feedback always helpful for all of us. And the thing I love about her that her feedback and the things to polish the person you have evaluated is always make up with your softness, the soft expression of face and the humbleness, which always give your that the person to whom you have related always motivates to polish themselves. And I think this is a very good and unique quality we should always have, because the person is listening about him or her that he or she is lacking about what it is getting with the humbleness and softness. So he will fall in that okay, there is nothing much to do. So that's a very important thing, I think. And the next I would like to call AHA counter to whose job is to just strip out all the unwanted things from the speech, which will make your speech more impressive. So please, I would like to call AHA counter. Right.
Hello everyone, I'm your AHA counter and I'm here to give you your report. So Toastmaster of the day, Pradeep, really impressed me. He did not do any repetition. He did not use any filler words. So that was very good. Our grammarian Jignesh, he used 3 times. So maybe he can fix that. TM Kalpesh was our first evaluator. He used the word like a lot. Like is a very, you should not use it so much. Maybe you can change it out a bit. And use AHA 4 times. So you can cut down on that. Then our first speaker was TM Durgesh. He used AHA once and he used once. And he used the word we quite a bit. So maybe you can use it in a different context. He spoke very haltingly. So I would suggest maybe you can practice some breathing exercises before he speaks again. That is what an older Toastmaster recommended to me, and it worked for me. So Toastmaster Gitanjali was our evaluator too. She used AHA just once. She's usually very perfect, so I was lucky to find that even. Right, guys, let's get back to it. So Toastmaster Bhushan, who was our speaker too, he was very good. I was very impressed with the words, and I realized that the reason why he could do that was because he used the word. He did not use any filler words, or he did not use words repetitively, because he emphasized on certain words and dragged them out. How opportunity he emphasized. So there was no room for filler words. So that is a different technique. So I was impressed with that, and that is one way to eliminate filler words and stuff. Toastmaster Sanchita, who was our evaluator 3, she did not have any. I could not fault her on anything. So kudos to her on that. Toastmaster Yogesh, he was quite brilliant, but I just found that when he mentioned his mentor TM Nazir, he's well known in the Toastmaster circles. He just said, and he assumed that everyone would know the rest, so he kind of just cut it off. So that was the only fault. Table topic master Dhruv, he used the word hate, but he used it like hate. So maybe he can just use it once, and he used once. Table topic is our table topic speakers. Toastmaster Jyoti used and a lot, so she can cut down on that. Guest Kabir, he used 3 times, and he used and excessively. I felt that maybe you can cut down on the and. So yes. Guest Rao used twice. Guest Anjali used twice. Toastmaster Nikhil used once. Guest Anish was quite good. First timer, like impressive. Guest Narayan used twice. Guest Hiranya, for some reason she paused in between, and she told our Toastmaster, our table topic master, that I cannot continue. But the funny thing was that the second part of her speech was even better than the first part. So don't give up so easily, Hiranya. Guest Hethi used AHA 3 times, and she used a lot. So maybe you can use some other synonym for Timer Nikki used AHA 3 times. General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sarika used 3 times, AHA twice. And for some reason, she kept on repeating parts of the sentence, like partway. Like she would say a sentence and then she would repeat the beginning of it again. So maybe she can cut down on that. Our table topic master, Toastmaster Sakshi, she used aha a few times, but I felt that she used aha because she did not actually know the names of the guests. That's why she had to keep on looking at it. So there's the explanation for that. So it was quite good, and I hope we can get better from this. So thank you guys. I'd like to hand it back to G over there.
Definitely, TM. Kuldeep, your feedback is going to help for everyone. And especially to me, I know that I am making today, I give a chance to give me a feedback today, because again and again, I know myself that I'm repeating the words. Now, next, I would like to call very important role of today, the grammarian, because the grammar mistake can create a lot of disturbance and the misunderstanding, like my friend is a good person and my friend was a good person. So now can we understand the importance of grammar? So I would like to call the TM grammarian to please come.
Thank you, General Evaluator PM Sarika. As she said that, yes, grammarian is a very important role, but I know that I am also doing a lot of mistake in a grammar also. So, but yes, I try my best for evaluating and performing grammarian role. So, thing is that a lot of people used a word of the day and a phrase of the day. Nikki, Yogesh, Dhruv, Gitanjali ma'am, all are used phrase of the day, and other people used. Then I apologize. I apologize that I missed that. Word of the day used by Durgesh, Gitanjali ma'am, and Sakshi. I know that this word of the day is not used in every sentences, and we need to find a particular situation for that. So next time I will take care of the finding a very good word of the day, because it's not a routine word. And I found a very beautiful words and sentences used in today's meeting. Kuldeep used meticulously. That's a good word. TMOD start with the quote, a good quote. I didn't write all these quotes, but TMOD start with the good quote. Then TM Durgesh used plunging. This is a new word for me. That's why I wrote it here. And TM Bhusan used the anthropinic. This is a technical word. He used, so this is a good. Catastrophic, also a good word. And then TM Yogesh used relativity. Row use a quote in a table topic. That's a good thing, because in table topic we need to think impromptu. And at the time he used a quote also. There is a good thing. TM Sanchita used a quote, and Sakshi used a lot of new words for me. I am not wrote all these things, but immute, embark, these are the words. It's impressive in sentences, and make a speech more comfortable to all users. So there are some improvement points. I'm not noting down with name, but I just want to observe these things. One of the person used the better and betterment. Use of better and betterment. Instead of better, use the betterment, and instead of betterment, use better. Then tense timing. I observe a lot of tense timing missing, like present tense, use the past tense also, and in some cases present perfect tense instead of the use the past tense. So these are the tense timing. Few sentences like 3 months prior instead of prior to 3 months. Money of the ticket lost tickets money. Then one word in conclude, not in conclude, in conclusion. One person starts the speech with the so. Body moment, not body moment, but it's body movement. Then cool weather, not good weather, but cold weather. And instead of use eat, he used he or she. That is my observation for the grammar. Thank you.
We all know that we are a learner. We are here to learn the things. We are not the best, that's why we are here. So according to that, I think you, Jignesh, you did your role very nicely. Now I have to come at the, now we all have to come at the end of the meeting. So I think, and you all will agree that today's session was conducted very nicely. Thanks to our our staff who did a very good job as always. Due to which we all are able to enjoy this meeting very smoothly. I think that today, not today, for me, every time our Professor Mr. Tarun Dalal, the meeting started with him, until now, about to meeting and to Ramirian Jignesh, this session was very interactive, effective, and was very light. And sometimes this lightness comes due to our guests who come here, especially the youngsters, the posture, they come and stand, use their hand gesture, use their words. So they also motivate our to all of us to be alive. Even though you are not well prepared, you are not best, then also with the help of your posture and your lightness, you can attract anyone. So I think today's our guests make our today's meeting very light and effective. So I guess all the things are conducted very nicely. Now I will like to hand over this to our Toastmaster of the day to come here and tell us that how nicely we are conducted the meeting confidently as it's the theme of our day. So Toastmaster of the day, please come here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarika, for wonderful general evaluation session. Now, I would like to request the Zoom Master to please initiate the poll for best role player of the day. Yes. So, this is the end of general evaluation session. And now I would like to conclude the theme for today's meeting. So up till now, what I have shared with you is the physiology and focus. These are the two most important parameters for the person to go into the confidence state. Now, the third and the most important parameter, that is what meaning you are giving to the situation. Suppose you are coming here and in this Toastmaster meeting, what meaning you are giving to the situation? That means this is the opportunity for me to learn, or you are giving the meaning that I am the one who is left out, I am the one who will be rejected, I am the one who is unlucky. If this meaning you are giving to the situation, you will not go in the confident state of mind. So what meaning you are, the events are happening around. The events are happening around us, but it is not the event that will decide how we are going to respond. It is how we are making our perception about that event, right? So very important parameter, that is what kind of communication that we are making with ourselves. And one most important thing that we have to understand that it is the quality of your communication that determines the quality of your life. I'm once again repeating the statement. It is the quality of your communication that determines the quality of your life, and mostly that communication with ourselves, right? If you, I heard one interview of Sachin Tendulkar, and that interview they were asking, when you are playing in the ground, you are performing your performance, and lot of people they are standing around you and they are saying, Sachin, Sachin. Are you not getting distracted with that sound? And the answer given by the Sachin Tendulkar was very, very, very important. He says, when people are saying that Sachin, Sachin, this sound makes me more responsible. This sound makes me more responsible. I take more responsibility on my shoulder. This sound tells me that focus more, do more for your country. So what is the meaning that Sachin Tendulkar is giving to that situation? If you understand, in this Toastmaster meeting, we could come here and we give the meaning that this is the platform which will help me to nurture my skills. This is the platform which helped me to bring best out of me. This bring best potential out of me. So whatever meaning that you are giving to the situation, whatever meaning that you are giving to the situation, your response is depend on that. If your focus, your physiology, and the meaning you are giving to the situation, if these all three things are positive, you will definitely go into the confidence state. And if you go into confidence state, your behavior will be relevant behavior, your behavior will be desired behavior, and once you prove the desired behavior, you will get desired results, right? So this is very important point, and it is most important that we learn, we understand these all parameters. But all these parameters, by understanding all these parameters, we cannot become the confident. You have to apply these parameters. You have to integrate that parameters. When I learn about these parameters, I apply these parameters in myself. How many of you feel that this is a confident person? I am a confident person. How many of you feel? Yes, right. Why I am becoming a confident person? Because I have applied these things day by day. When I am working as a profession, I have to manage my focus, where to focus. As a professionals, management is giving us TRS, production targets, rejection percent, your 5 year score, what is your KPIs? You know KPIs. So also they are giving cost control. What is the manpower cost you have to maintain? What is the limit for your rejection? If these are the parameters of the professional has to focus on these parameters. And what I can do to maintain that thing, these are my activities. And once you know where to focus, once you know how to speak with the people in your profession, how to stand in front of them, how to deliver your message with them in confident way, if you apply these parameters there also, you can easily, it is done deal, you can become a confident person. So that's all from my side, and it's over to you, Toastmaster Seven. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to all of you. What a wonderful theme and what a wonderful delivery. Every time TMOD Pradeep takes this role, it is always a wish to attend the meeting and learn something new always. So kudos to him. We have some announcement to make today for a few of the Toastmasters who have completed some levels. So level 1, TM Jyoti, TM Udit and TM Ravi. So they have completed the level 1. And TM Kalpesh has completed its level 2. So we have 5 minutes. So as a habit, I will again narrate a small story. It's about a camel and his kid. So the kid is curious to and asks his mother camel, like, what are the qualities we have, or why such qualities we have which other animal does not have. So as a curious kid, we first question that why do we have a hump? So the mother camel replies that this is because we are living in desert condition, and it is for us that the hump stores in water so that we can live without water for a longer period of time. So she is very excited and happy to know that feature. The next point here, that why do we have long legs with a larger area or diameter of a foot? The mother camel replies, this longer leg helps us to remain away from the heat of the sand, and the bigger foot helps us to have a grip on the sand. So she's again very excited that these are some qualities which none of the animals have. And third thing she asks, why do we have a longer or a broader eyelid? So the mother camel again replies that this is because that when there is a sandstorm or there is a wind which is blowing, it allows the sand not to enter into our eyes. So she is like, I am a divine animal in this planet with so many qualities which other animal does not have. I have the hump to store the water in dry condition. I have the legs which protect me from the heat. I have the bigger eyelid to protect the sun entering my eyes. Then she puts a strange question. In spite of having such qualities in me or us, why do some of us still end up in zoo? To that, the mother did not have any reply. So to the guests who have come today, if you have the right talent, if you have the right position or right, what to say, the attitude to grow, but if you're not placed at the right place, then you will not grow. Neither your skills will be taken for evaluation. So being at the right place, being at the right with the right team helps you to elevate yourself, grow yourself. So like through this story, I just want to tell that even if you have skills, but if you're not placed at the right place, the skills are of no use. So with that, we will conclude the day for today. But before we conclude, we have, as a token of appreciation, we give certificates to maybe best speakers, best evaluator, best table topic, and best supporting role players. So I would like to call Timod on the stage as well to present those certificates. You can hand it over.
Guest prepared speaker of the day, Toastmaster Tarun. Sorry. Best prepared speaker of the day, Toastmaster Bhushan. Best evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Sanchita.
Thank you.
Best table topic speaker of the day, guest Dr. Anjali.
Thank you.
Best supporting role player of the day, Toastmaster Kuldeep.
And as it happens in every Toastmaster, best role player for today goes to TM30.
Thank you.
We have 1 minute, so if some guests would like to give feedback on this meeting, call few guests, at least 2, if someone wants to voluntarily come and give the feedback for today. Anyone?
So it's good afternoon now, I guess. Honestly, this was a fantastic experience. I'm not a very expressive guy. I have problems showing emotion and facial features and whatnot. But this was beyond amazing. I mean, you can sing. That was honestly life-changing for me. I've never actually seen someone who just starts singing like that. And you're in tune and everything. Otherwise, it was nice to meet most of you. It was a great experience. I look forward to the next one. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, hi team, very good noon. This is Prasad, and this is my second session. Though it's a great session of learning, as always, right? A wonderful speaker, wonderful topics. At the same time, would like to add a couple of more things. What Sir has given today's theme, that confidence, right? Okay. So confidence is something, it's a need of an hour nowadays. Yeah, but couple of things I myself disagree to. Couple of pointers which has been made by somebody. First is grammar, right? Okay, though I know it's really worrisome, but at the same time, I personally feel this grammar is not that important for the confidence. In fact, India is the only country who is using the right grammar. Apart from all the countries, they are not even following the grammar at all, right? So this is what my personal feeling is. Confidence is what you show to the people what I have, right? And I have a very, very small story. I just, with your permission, I would like to take. So it's my college days. I will not name about the organization. I remember that's an MBA and my project was there. I was doing one project for one of the organization, and that organization was not allowing me to enter into the premises and get the policies and all those things. So I went into Google Baba, right, as all going, and I got some idea out of that how to create, and I made a presentation. Now the irony was the evaluator for that project was the was the HR head of that organization, which I was not even aware. So I just entered into the stage. I first initially I felt like hold your horses. right? Because the HR partner of that particular organization is going to be there. So what I have done, I just went on this page. I started the way what I have got from the Google. And I know that I was doing all psychology out of it, but still. And then I went into my seat. And after evaluator came and he wanted to share his thoughts on it. So he gave me 9 out of 10. Right? He gave me 9 out of 10. Why? He said, boss, honestly speaking, I'm sure these guys were not went into my organization because I know my organization don't allow people. But at the same time, the way he was giving all the PPT and presentation, na, for some time I felt, अच्छा ये भी होता है क्या organization में? Like that was a confidence what this guy have gave to me, and this is all about the confidence. So confidence is more of what you present to the people, what you know. And last but not the least, I wanted to give, and sorry, I keep on speaking because I'm a professional trainer as well. So it's my job to batting the jam. So I'm just doing it. So one most important thing is when you're on the stage, you know only one thing. You would this heard this dialogue. कभी कभी अपन को लगता है कि अपन ही भगवान है, right? You will start with that thought process. सामने वाले को कुछ नहीं पता. What I know is the best, and then you start doing it. You will automatically gain the confidence. So that's all about me. Thank you so much.
Okay, with that, we come to the end of today's session. Before we discuss